up, guys? I'm Casey.
And I'm Kai, and we like movies a lot. We've been watching a lot of them lately.
Some great ones,
some not so good ones.
and we thought we'd tell you about some of them in this new movie review videos.
We'll come up with a name later.
Anyway, now there's movie reviews. The movie we are doing today is an old man who fell into a... No, wait, I'm going somewhere.
Oh, a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me get
I got it.
Okay.
Oh no.
An old man in a box for an hour.
Do I have to do this?
Today the movie we're doing is A Wrinkle in Time by Walt Disney Studios, directed by Ava DeVerco, starring Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling,
No, I'm out.
Reid, Levi Miller, Darius, Frankie, Chris Pine. You're back.
You got half those names wrong.
Oh, I'm getting better. And guys, we'll also try to warn you of any spoilers coming up. We'll try to keep the very minor spoilers that won't ruin the movie for you, but even so, we'll warn you when they're about to happen.
If we didn't have points to talk about, we would go on a
Die.
30-minute tangent. See, that's the difference between us.
See, here's the thing, it's really hard to discuss with Kai because no matter what, he's bald and he wins. Kai Bald wins.
You know how many times he's told me that?
Okay, let's actually get into the movie. We're getting sidetracked. So the first thing that we should probably talk about is the story.
I would give it a solid 0.3 out of 10.
I'd give it a solid.
Everything that we talk about from now on, the story is really where it all fell apart, if you know what I mean. And I was really excited for it, and the story really let us down. This is the main point where it's negative.
Yeah, but not like the story, because the book, of course, is super acclaimed. I read part of it a while ago. I really liked it. And, you know, the movies were successful before. It wasn't the story of, like, the storyline of what the book was. So it was kind of the writing adaptation to the movie, not necessarily just the general storyline itself. So one thing that really bothered me was the whole mission of their journey. This isn't a spoiler, it's like in the trailer, it's in the plot, it's in the book, it's like basically what the movie's about, is to fight the It, which is like it's not Pennywise, it's just this crazy
it's
evil itself.
Yes,
It's basically the incarnation of evil that can take many different forms. And so literally, like 5 minutes before this happens, the main characters are warned, do not trust anyone. You are literally on a planet where every scenario is just the It trying to trick you. So then the entire world changes, and the 10 like boys and girls bouncing their basketball, and the mom saying, "Come home for dinner!"
Darling, time for dinner.
So it's literally, and that's so obvious that that's just, because it literally was a whole world created out of nowhere, and it didn't really make sense. It was a creepy world, and they were like, yeah, no, we're not eating your food. We're not eating your food, you're the It. But then 2 seconds later, the whole world
literally
transforms.
the next scene.
The next scene, the whole world transforms again. Like, they literally see that the entire world was just a decoy, and now there's a whole beach world, so they know that it's literally a world made out of nowhere that isn't real, created by the It. And this weird guy with like fancy sunglasses like, "Hey little boys, I know your father. Do you want some food?" And they're like, should we do this? We're like, yeah, let's just get the little boy, Charles Wallace, was the only one who was affected by the It.
No, because he did that crazy. Yeah. If you did like this movie, we asked around to a lot of our friends, and nobody had seen the movie and liked it, because we really wanted somebody to come on the show and argue with us as to why it was good.
Exactly. We were trying to find friends like that. Maybe it's because our friends are actors, I don't know.
If you did like it, please comment down below and let us know. Don't just say, "Oh, I loved it." Let us know why, because we really we love movies, and we want movies to be great.
Yeah.
And so if we can understand this movie, because the movie was just very confusing.
So one thing that didn't make sense was when the It took form, I won't say of what, but basically Meg uses her abilities of architecture to just conjure up some stairs. That the
made up stairs.
Yeah, she literally just makes up some stairs to go find her dad, and then the It later just waves it away, and all the stairs are gone, and she can't see the dad. But that's only after she saw her dad.
After she accomplished her mission.
After she accomplished her mission.
Then he does it.
They didn't wave the stairs when he clearly saw her go up the stairs and knew that he could take away the stairs at any moment. Feels like the It was just trying to help them. And the It never seemed like a terrifying villain. I know it was a kid's movie, but they never felt like any threat. The entire time I kind of just felt like I was in a movie. Never really cared about the characters too much.
No, yeah, I'd love to talk about that. It felt like a long movie, but we never had time to be invested into these characters.
Yeah, like they kind of wanted you to fall in love with the characters with the first scene because, oh, you saw the main girl was getting bullied, like her. Oh, you saw she stands up for what she believes in, like her. Oh,
It was done in a very pushed on.
It was you can see how pushed on it is because like the bullies, it's not like bullies in real life where they're like tormenting you, or they literally just put this big sign on your locker that everyone can see that you could easily bring to the principal and get them in very serious trouble. They put it on your locker, and it's implied that this has happened before many times. And the girls who are bullying are literally just standing there, waiting around for her to open her locker.
There's like 6 of them.
We're bullies.
This is where I stop the music and we're like...
Yeah, so it's like very blatantly the movie saying, these are bullies, this is the good girl who is being bullied, like her.
Charles Wallace, when in the first 20 minutes of the film, I was so excited. He was so pure, he knew everything, like he was like, come with me, like we're going on this adventure. He was so knowledgeable, but he was, wasn't he meant to play like 6 years old or something? No.
Yeah, he's supposed to be 6, he's supposed
10
to be 6. 9 years old.
He's 9 or 10 in real life. But he's supposed to be playing 6, and I was really excited. He was like, he's the pure of heart, they're gonna do so much with this, it's gonna be great, maybe he saves the day. And then just once they went on their adventure, he was useless.
Yeah, he was useless. Not only was he useless, no like spoilers here, but he turned out to be the opposite of helpful. There's also the fact of unrealism because the movie's supposed to be set in like a world like this where there's magic. You know, it's not like magic is a normal thing that people are saying.
This is
the
science.
dad proposes a kind of scientific wormhole, but it's not like people are like being like, it's not like the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Like there's no regular magic going on. So if you were literally teleported to another planet and your father had been right the whole time and it was a planet no other human had ever seen in their life with like flowers that could understand you and a crazy witch tree lady that flew around everywhere, you started flying and there's this whole crazy planet that you had never discovered and you can travel the universe in a matter of seconds and Oprah Winfrey becomes this huge like goddess that's super transparent in your backyard and nothing like this had ever happened and your reaction
Okay.
I was about to do the
Oh, you're about to do the reaction.
then you. And your reaction is, oh, that's cool. Oh, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You're not like screaming or wondering what's real anymore.
I feel like the fact that your dad is alive
would be another huge thing.
Huge, and we didn't get that moment where it clicked for them.
Like it was sometimes very strange pacing. It felt very slow, and then sometimes it felt weirdly fast. And things just didn't work together, and the story, like I said, didn't make sense. So they left their home like 20 minutes into the movie, and then their only goal was to go to it, and they didn't go there until like the end of the movie.
Even though it's about teleportation, and in one scene, 2 points with this. In one scene, they're saying we have to go regroup back to Earth. This is not finding your father. This is a rescue mission now, right? They're saying that let's go back to Earth and regroup, and then we'll head there. And she says, no, we've come too far. And it's like, 1, it's been half an hour. Come on. And number 2, this is about teleportation. This is about wrinkles in time. It's not about distance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can literally go back and then teleport. That was very... Run faster! Run! Run faster! Run faster! Run faster! They're running from a tornado, and that was the dialogue. And it's like, you don't think I would be running as fast as I could if there was a storm, let's pull it up in the forest?
Yeah. Well, we've been ripping on the movie for a while. Let's try to go to some positives.
Our next point is special effects, which...
Special effects were great.
Special effects, they were really great, and I don't mean to bash everything that's going on here, but I feel like the the story followed the special effects instead of the special effects supporting the story.
Yeah.
I feel like they saw that effect and they were like, oh, that's cool. What can we
Let's write a
to
story
make-"
around it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it was based off of the book, but the writing adaptation changes didn't really work.
No, but the special effects were beautiful. There were some
Yeah,
scenes
they
that
were.
were a bit too drawn out, but I feel like that's because they were like, this is so cool, let's make it 30 seconds long. Like that scene that where Reese Witherspoon is like making her dress.
So the special effects were amazing, but there were still, we bashed on the movie for a while, there were other great parts of the movie, like their, what were the other great parts?
No, this is all you. You were talking.
Oh, okay. You know, there were a lot of scenes. A lot of scenes.
Yes.
Great scenes. There was a director.
That is true.
Oh, there were characters.
Oh, no, actually, no, Chris Pine was great.
Chris Pine, okay!
We found something!
I found something.
What? No.
I found that. Chris Pine, great.
Chris Pine was really good. We didn't get to see much of him because it was the whole thing that we were rescuing him. But he was very good and he was crying and he was very believable. That was one of the bits that was really believable. I liked Reese Witherspoon. I think she was very funny. And
I like Reese Witherspoon in general. I did not really like her in this movie.
No? No. Oh, okay. Well, there's that. And I really liked Derek, who played Charles Wallace.
I did not like Charles Wallace. Okay, so 1 to 100, what is your score as a Rotten Tomato?
Out of 100,
Yeah.
it's so hard because the story just really ruined it all for me. And like the acting was pretty good, and it was all, but the story just. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 100.
I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 100.
Yeah,
No,
I feel-
16. I'm gonna give it a 16 out of 100.
Yeah, maybe 9's a little low. Maybe like
You should stand by your
13.
results.
13.
Fine, then I'm going to 17.
Well, I'm going to 93.
13 and 17 are our final reviews of A Wrinkle in Time. Wonderful movie. We both loved it. If you want to see it,
Go check it out
in
in
the
theaters.
theaters, or don't, even better. Thank you guys again so much for hearing our points, but now we're passing the question off to you. What have you seen A Wrinkle in Time? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you no longer want to see it? Did all your friends love it? If you liked it, what did you like about it? And if you've just seen the trailer, what did you hate about the trailer? Anything at all, let us know down below. We'll be responding to a bunch of comments, hopefully not in pun form. And
That's all this guy does.
What are you talking about?
He's trying to think of one.
Are you serious pun?
I don't even know what he said.
Are you punnerous?
Scary.
I said, are you serious? But I said, are you punnerous?
Oh, because that's brilliant. Casey, you're a genius.
Like a pun, but for serious.
He's spitting on me, dude. Oh.
Pun of the century.
Bye.